who would be your best starting 11? Who would you choose if you were the coach? If
Today.
you were Jermaine Berhalter, who's your starting 11? I don't. Maybe you want it to be Greg Jones. I don't know which one you want. But
he's a Jermaine Berhalter. For sure.
Jermaine Berhalter.
Jermaine, who is your best 11? Who do you think should start against Wales on game 1 on November 21st?
You know, to be honest, I don't want to go that deep. You know,
oh my! I've never known Jermaine to shy away.
He's dodging it.
Hey,
look at him.
He's in the system. He can't go and say that. He's in the system.
Gosh, I would never expect this out of Jermaine.
Hey, I'm working. I'm working for your soccer.
Yeah,
so,
he's in the system, guys. Come on.
I say this. Every player who will be picked by Craig has an idea behind it. So
yeah, of course. Don't tell me that.
And he's the head coach.
So, has anybody seen Jermaine?
Yeah, what happened?
Jermaine's hiding right now. Has anybody seen Jermaine?
This is Jermaine,
wow.
Hey, at least I tell you this. I want only Adams on the field. If Adams on the field, I think he's the brain for everything. If
not Musa? Adams and Musa? No, Musa's not 100% for you.
Is that are you the biggest fan? Is Adams like your favorite player?
Adam is my favorite player. Like when Adams, you can see when Adams is not getting the respect he should get. But I know it's the same like me. I had the same issues. So the work he's doing on the field, the dirty work for Musa in Weston, it's unbelievable.
Oh,
especially when
best.
Yeah, protecting the back four.
Yeah.
But Jermaine, you had a different range. I wouldn't say you were a 6. Out and out 6, right? You could cover ground. You could get forward. You could control the tempo in a different way than I think Adams does. Do you think that he is really the building block around that midfield? It's not maybe one of the other twos and he's complementing, or is it the work that you think that he has to do? Because we've seen now deep blocks, high blocks. This team struggles, right? Against the high press, against the deep block. We're struggling for creative ways to solve problems. Do you not think maybe there's another player you would put in that lineup over him as number 1?
No, I think that we struggle in general. You know what I think? It's because we're not a team who can control the game. We're not dictating a game.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah. I say this a lot of times now. When you watch games where we have to do the game, we struggled already against Jamaica. We struggled against Costa Rica. We were lucky. Costa Rica they were playing with 20 people over 40. They were not having their legs anymore. Yeah, that's the reality. That's the reality.
That's great. No, it's true.
That's the reality. But then when we played Mexico and we were able to sit and they wanted to play, we crushed them because that's our game. We're not the team who can control. That's still a young group. They have to find themselves. And I don't think that Craig can do the same when he coached Columbus, where he always played and controlled. I think with this group, you don't have the players. They're just more sitting in their break on you. They have all speed. They're young. And I think that's the philosophy. When we go now to the World Cup, that's why I say we'll see a complete different face against England. We will see a complete different face against Wales, because that's countries that come and they're thinking still that's small America. So we not have the pressure on us to be let's show us what's going on. Same what we had when we go to the World Cup 2014. We had not the pressure to go there. But if you play Saudi Arabia, everybody's at home and hey, we have to crush them. We have to play them on the wall because look at the players, look at them. But that's not who we are.
I'd say against Wales and Iran, the expectations are that we are the better team. We have more possession and we win. And to your point, that's not the strong point. Although I'll say when Yunus Musa's on the pitch, that's the difference, because he's a player you can play to and he can dribble out of those problems. Tyler Adams is not a dribbler. And I agree with you. He's the number 1 most important player in this group. Weston McKennie, not a dribbler. Timo Weah, not a dribbler.
Hey, Jimmy, real quick, mark that, Jimmy, because Charlie just said it's Tyler Adams. So when he changes his mind in 4 days on who the most important player is, we're gonna
on the whole team. I've always said Tyler Adams.
Always said.
Oh man,
don't give me that.
You're becoming one. Yeah.
I said how important Yunus Musa is in terms of possession for this team.
You just asked Jermaine, not Yunus Musa, when he said Tyler Adams.
What? I said Yunus Musa. Yeah. Do you not think he's 100% should be in the team? He said he's the only one you can count on. That you're checking off.
Yeah. I want to jump in here really quick, Jermaine, because you're coaching our U19s. do you feel like we're lacking? I don't know much about the group that you have. I know some names, but not necessarily how they play. Do you feel like we're missing that maybe deep line playmaker, there's someone that can set the rhythm and the tone as we try to play and transition from defense to attack? Because it seems like we just, to your point, we have a lot of runners and we have attacking players that want to run as well, or get into those things or just hit people on the break. And I don't know if we really have that one player that can just kind of sit on the ball and slow everything down. And to your point, I think it would be prudent for us to potentially play more into those strengths than trying to outpossess people when we don't necessarily have the players to do so.
You know, it's funny if we talk about if we have that player. Yes, we have him, and he's playing. It's Christian Pulisic. But I think it's just like we putting too much, and I said this from the beginning. Let him. He's still developing. He's still young, you know, and everybody's putting the pressure on him. Like, realize when he was protected from us older guys and he was able to come, he was dribbling, he was doing all kind of stuff. And now, of course, everywhere he goes, he's the face and everybody's kicking the shit out of him. So in that's tough for him. Now he gets injured, now he has problems. Where when he was with us, I remember when he stepped up the first time, he was the number 10. We were sitting and we just protected him and let him get the ball, and he was dribbling against 4 or 5 people, and everybody's like, oh my God, we have to protect the number 10. Your soccer number 10 is safe for him. Like, and now everything is questioned, you know? So I think we have a perfect number 10. We just have to figure out where you want to play him.
And how to get him the ball, right? We got to get him the ball, because we're not getting him the ball in good areas. He's get the ball and he's got 3 guys up his ass and he's got nowhere to turn. He's going to get fouled, whatever.
And you have to protect him.
Yeah,
that's for me always. I say, like, the number 10 is always the guy you have to protect, because if you don't have a guy who protects him, yes, you have people like me who back in the days they play against these guys, and you know exactly what you have to do against them. You want to go hard in tackles, you want to play nasty in this, and so if you get him a couple of times, you see it like qualifying games. He gets hurt because he's not protected.
That's the guy. That's because a guy like you would have been chasing him down.
Yeah,
your tackles. He's not getting up.
100%. I would do this. You know, it's what it is. You know.
Hey, the politician just snapped at you. Quiet. Hey, what I'm telling you about this group, what are you most concerned about? Because the center backs, the pairing, is it Serginho Dest in the right back spot? Great in the attacking phase of the game as a right back. Questions defensively. The left back just relying on Anthony Robinson for width, or is it Christian Pulisic, who you think should be the 10, but is playing on that left touch line, comes inside, and you have 3-4 people, and he's just getting kicked? Or the number 9.
My concern is who will be the number 1? Who is the number 1? Who comes out there to be like, you see, like somebody like Tim Howard? You saw the games. He saved us in big tournaments, you know, in big games. And I think that would be important, you know, because if you have a good goalie who's 100% there, who can give the group like that, like push, then everything comes from alone, because, you know, the tournament is something you develop, you know, you're getting better from game to game. But if you get like crushed in the first game because you know maybe not score, but you're getting 4 or 5, so I want to see who's the starting goalkeeper and who, you know, how he can push the team.